Suzanne, Chelsea, and Maureen. She's helping us out. Can you guys hear me okay? Not super echoey. Mic working? Okay, awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Really excited to be here with you guys. Make sure music's not going to play here. So today is my 25th birthday. There's nothing I would rather do more than spend it with you guys. It's my honor and joy to be a part of Mbody community, and so I love you guys and celebrating my birthday with you guys before even my husband. He's snoozing, so so welcome. And my name's Megan. If I haven't met you yet, so let's just go ahead and get started in child's pose. Take your knees out wide, like all the way to the edges of your mat. Fire up your Ujjayi breath. In through your nose, fill your lungs all the way. Exhale out of your nose. Squeeze your lungs together. Breathe in, expand your rib cage all the way. Exhale, squeeze your lungs together. Breathe all the way out. And once you feel like you've breathed all the way out, then just keep breathing out. Air gets trapped in our lungs. Just clear it all out. Here, 3 more breaths, all the way in and all the way out. On your next inhale, walk your fingers forward, stretch out your spine. Release your shoulder blades, squeeze them in towards your spine. Reach forward. Exhale, press back. Last breath, all together. Breathe all the way in. Sigh all the way out. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Draw your outer shins in, like squeeze in towards your midline and press back. Take whatever movement your body needs, walking your dog out or shaking your head. Tune into your body and what you're needing this morning. Release your head, shake it out, don't squinch up your shoulders. Take a big breath in, draw your front ribs together. And then exhale, expand through your mid-back. Lengthen your spine. Last breath, all the way in. Exhale, all the way out. Ragdoll. Walk your feet up to your hands. Keep your feet hip-width distance. And just let your head hang heavy. So I have a tendency of kind of like looking up and tightening my neck. Just reach the crown of your head towards the floor, all the way down. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. Shake your head yes and no, and then yes. 2 more breaths. Release your hands towards the ground. Toe heel your feet together and rise up. Tadasana. Set your gaze in between your hands. Maybe take a tiny back bend, stretch. Breathe all the way in, fill your lungs. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll begin this class together with 1 Om. Breathe in. Tadasana. Reach your hands towards the sky. Fill your lungs all the way to fullest capacity. And fold forward. Exhale. Big inhale, halfway lift, flatten your spine. Reach the crown of your head forward, like lengthen from the crown of your head to your tailbone, one long straight line. Fold forward. Halfway lift, flatten the spine, integrate your shoulders back. High plank. Feel your body in this high plank. Tune into each and every muscle, like press into the ground, press your shoulder blades towards your spine. Come up onto your big toes, so become light. Take a big breath in. Low plank, exhale, come to a hover. Upward facing dog, big breath in, reach forward. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Look towards the front of your mat. Come forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold. Tadasana, reach up, spark your fingers, go, get taller, breathe in, and fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. To low plank, squeeze in, upward facing dog, big breath in, downward facing dog, press back. Look towards the front of your mat. Step or float forward. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, reach up, one big breath, all the way in. Fold, exhale all the way out. Halfway lift, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Look towards the front of your mat and go there. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, reach up, go back, big breath in, and fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat, go forward, warm it up a bit. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, reach up, take your biggest back bend yet, go all the way back and breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here together. One last breath, all the way in, fill your lungs. Exhale, press back, move your hips back. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Draw your big toes together, leave a space between your heels, and sink your hips down all the way where your weight is in your heels, where you're literally almost lifting off of your toes, like sink even further. It might be your first chair pose, but make it the best one. Like just go ahead and just raise the bar. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sink even deeper and fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Square your hips towards the front of the room. Peel your left hip forward. Spark your fingers up towards the sky. Take a big breath in, expand as if you're in Tadasana, like lift your rib cage up. Warrior two, open up. Press your right knee out towards your pinky toe. Peel your hips open, squeeze your shoulder blades together, press them into your spine. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga. To the floor you flow. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Take a big breath in, expand. Walk your left foot forward, expand your stance. Go a little deeper in your lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Open up. Set your gaze over your front middle finger. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink really deep here, don't hold back. And then sink even deeper, like 6 inches deeper, you've got this. Fold forward. Halfway lift, big breath in, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. Right foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up, look up in between your hands, fill your lungs. Warrior two, open up. Set your gaze, open your hips, one more breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, one breath each, all the way in. Exhale, warrior two, all the way out. Fill your lungs. Chaturanga. Blow to the floor. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat, hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, sink deep. Reach your tailbone towards the ground, get lower, and fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Fill your lungs. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Don't forget to breathe. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up, set your gaze up in between your hands, breathe in. Warrior two, open up. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Let's do one more. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Best sun be yet, you got it. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, sink really deep for one breath. Even deeper, fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up. Don't forget to smile, it's okay, it's just yoga. Open up, warrior two. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Exhale. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Breathe in. Warrior two. Open up, set your gaze, open your heart. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's just rest here for a moment. Say good morning to all your muscles. Take whatever movement your body needs. We'll be here for 4 more breaths. Reset your breath, reset your mind. Set your gaze right in between your feet. Last breath, all together. Breathe in, fill your lungs. Sigh all the way out. Lift your right leg up towards the sky for 3-legged down dog. Flex your toes towards your face, peel your hip open. And flip your dog. Set your foot on the ground, reach your hand up towards the sky. Stack your shoulder over your wrist, your left hand, yeah, that's on the floor. Stack your shoulder over your wrist, reach up, lift your hips up, expand to your greatest expression. Maybe go for wheel. Some of you are close. High plank. Side plank on the right. Spin on to your right ankle and your right wrist. And I love to imagine myself in Tadasana when I'm in this pose. So one long straight line, shoulders stacked on top of each other. Lift your hips up, lift your gaze up. Expand to your fullest expression. 2 more breaths. Maybe get crazy, lift your leg, grab your leg, whatever's there for you. High plank. Low plank, come all the way down. Upward facing dog, breathe in, smile. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged down dog. Flex your toes, lift your knee even higher. Stretch all the way from your pinky toe to your pinky finger. Feel your whole side body open. And flip your dog. Foot goes towards the ground. Lift your hips up towards the sky as if you're in wheel. And then inadvertently, you'll probably get there. Reach your hand towards the floor. Lift your hips. Big breath in. High plank. Beautiful. Side plank on the left. Spin the opposite way. Really lift your hips up towards the sky. It's one thing I notice I do a lot is like sink my hips down towards the floor. So lift up, and then lift a leg. Lift your gaze to your top hand. Expand from the inside out. Last breath. High plank. Down to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Squeeze your legs together like they're one big leg. Draw your outer shins in. Sink deeper. There you go. Everybody lowered together and then fold forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. So all 10 toes face towards the front of the room. Notice if your back heel is sinking towards the earth, lift your heel up over your toes. Fire up the back of your thigh, your left thigh up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Mickey, maybe try widening your stance. Get a nice solid base. There you go. Then keep twisting. Perfect. You guys look awesome. Twist it out. Any twist, I imagine myself like a wet washcloth, just wringing out. Like expand where you need to. Open your arms and your hands. Take it as far as you need to go. Ground down to lift up and twist deeper. 2 more breaths. Last one, all the way in, reach up. Exhale, twist 1 last time. Warrior 2. So unravel yourself, spin your heel onto the ground. Set your gaze over your front middle finger. Take a big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your right hand towards the earth, left hand towards the sky. Set your gaze up at your top hand and go back. Top shoulder goes back, bottom shoulder forward. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. Twist from your core. 2 more breaths. Where can you take it even deeper? Take a bind. Release, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath together all the way in. Exhale, all the way out. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Set up a solid base here. Squeeze your legs together. Draw your outer shins in. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And prepare for this twist. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Reach from the heel of your foot to the crown of your head, a long straight line. And then begin twisting your top shoulder back. Open your arms whenever you're ready. Take whatever movement feels right to your body. Reach your top hand back, go back, twist open. 1 more breath. Warrior 2. Peel your hips open. Lift the front of your pelvis and let your tailbone descend. Extended side angle. Bring your left hand towards the earth, right hand towards the sky. Draw your shoulder blades together. Move them in towards your spine. As you inhale, lift up, grow longer through your reach. And then exhale, go back even deeper. 1 last time. Breathe in, reach up, expand. Exhale, twist even deeper. Last time. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink deep. Get into your legs here. Feel your feet press into the earth. Put your weight in towards your heels. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Elongate your spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Find space and length, and then twist at your thoracic spine. Open your arms whenever you're ready. Take this where you want to go. Maybe even go for side crow. Don't stop here at Utkatasana twist. There's no limits. Go crazy. 2 more breaths. Set your gaze up at your top hand. Go back. Release into ragdoll. Take your feet out nice and wide. Bend at your hips. Let your head hang heavy. Shake your head yes and no. Release your shoulders. Grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers. And halfway lift, fill your lungs. Fold forward. Halfway lift, big breath in, expand your lungs all the way. Fold forward, exhale, all the way out. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, exhale, like literally all the way. Any last breath you have in there. Release your toes and toe heel your feet together. Utkatasana, chair pose, come right back in, sink deep. Make it your best one yet, like no restrictions, no holding back, sink really deep, like you're almost gonna fall onto your booty. Bring your hands to heart center.
What?
This needs to be muted. And twist to the left. There we go. And keep twisting, go back. Cool. And open your hands whenever you're ready. Go wherever you need to go. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, and then twist even deeper. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Twist even deeper. 1 more. Inhale, reach up, expand. And exhale, twist all the way. Ragdoll. Those are 2 of my favorite words in yoga. Ragdoll. Widen your stance. Place your hands underneath your feet for gorilla. So massage your wrist creases with your toes. Place all the way in your toes. Try to come up off your heels. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Take a big breath in. Halfway lift. You can bend your legs a lot. Fold forward. Hi, kitty. Big breath in. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Last one. Big breath in. Give your kitty a kiss if it's right there in front of you. And fold all the way. Exhale. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Press into your hands. And feel like your whole palm press into the ground. Grip your mat with your fingers and come into crow pose. Walk your feet all the way up your mat. Plug your knees into the backs of your triceps and fly. Whether you lift 1 toe off the ground or both, you got this. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Exhale, shoot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Look up in between your hands, set your gaze there, and come right into crow pose. Last time, you got it. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Tighten in your core. I love coming onto a block, Mickey. I can tell that's what you're doing, getting up on there. It's the best. 2 more breaths. Where can you take it even deeper? Find your edge here, lift both toes. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, fill up. Exhale all the way. Look towards the front of your mat, hop forward, halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Feel your legs contracting and supporting you. And set up for eagle on the right. Right leg goes over, right arm under. Draw everything in towards your midline and then lower your booty towards the ground. 3 more breaths. Last breath all together, breathe in. Exhale, switch legs. You can do a little jig in between. Come right back in. Eagle on the left. Left leg over, left arm under. Lift your elbows up to your shoulder height. Give yourself space to breathe. Last breath. Fill your lungs. Exhale all the way out. Release, do a little jig, and come right back in. Eagle on the right. Draw in to create your fullest expression out. Two more breaths. Last one, all the way in. And on your exhale, unravel your foot and go back into airplane. You can keep eagle arms just for extra spiciness, or you can take traditional airplane with your arms. Whatever feels right to you and your body. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Press them into your body. Breathe in. Exhale, half moon. Bring your hand towards the earth. Reach your hand towards the sky. So let's see. It's your left hand towards the earth, right hand towards the sky. Stack your shoulders one on top of the other. And your hips, stack them one on top of the other. Open up. Chelsea, dial your right hip up over your left hip. Stack your hips up. Lift your foot. Ragdoll. Lift your tailbone up towards the sky. I'm not gonna lie, I really miss physical assisting. Watching you guys is sometimes like torture because I just want to step into your room. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Release your toes or release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink really deep. Like the lowest you've gone yet. Like sink all the way down. Eagle on the left. Left leg over, left arm under. Last eagle of the day. Lock in your gaze. One non-moving point. Last breath all together, fill your lungs and unravel, shoot back for airplane. Drive your heel towards the back of the room. And dial your left pinky toe down towards the earth. Square your hips to the mat. Reach the crown of your head forward. Two more breaths. Where can you go deeper? Lift your leg higher. Half moon. Right hand goes towards the earth. Left hand towards the sky. This is super similar to side plank. So just like you would lift your hips there, align your hips. Spark your fingers, set your gaze there for two more breaths. Last breath, inhale. Exhale, ragdoll. You can pound out your thighs. Rinse your hands over your shoulders. Take whatever movement your body needs. Listen to your body. Set your gaze at the back of your mat. One more breath. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Tadasana, rise all the way up. Set your gaze between your hands and go back. Breathe all the way in. Tree on the right. Plug your right foot into your left leg, anywhere but your knee joint. Turn your attention to your hips. Peel your hips open. Press your knee back. Open up here. And expand whenever you're ready, whatever your tree looks like. Whether it's cactus arms, reaching your hand towards the sky, go for a back bend. No two trees in nature look the same. Last breath. Lock your gaze in and switch legs. Tree on the left. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Create a solid core, a solid trunk in your tree. Reach up through the crown of your head and expand whenever you're ready, whatever that looks like to you. One last breath. Release, come into Tadasana. Set your gaze between your hands and go back. Inhale, breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Warrior two, open up. Set up for triangle, Trikonasana. Straighten your front leg, and come forward and down to the outside of your front foot. Become light in your fingers in your right hand. Lift up through your left hand and go back for the twist. Peel your whole left side body open. Go back. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale, reach up, expand. Exhale, twist even deeper. Warrior two. Sink deep into your lunge. Turn all 10 toes to face the side wall for side facing forward fold. Reach your hands towards the sky, lift up through the crown of your head, and then go down. Fold forward. Bend right at your hips. If you know tripod headstand, you can go now. Otherwise, let your head hang heavy. Release any tension, like sometimes I just like squinch my shoulders up towards my ears, just release it all. Halfway lift, fold forward. Halfway lift, flatten your spine, reach the crown of your head forward, fill your lungs, and fold forward. One more halfway lift, all the way in, all the way out. And our tripods all the way down. So everybody place your hands on your hips and slowly rise to standing. Set up for a pyramid. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Back foot comes halfway up your mat. Reach your hands up towards the sky. Breathe in. Fold forward, right at your hips. You can bend your front knee slightly. Root your back heel into the ground. So ground down all 4 corners of your feet. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Set up for a revolved pyramid. So root your left hand into the earth. Reach your right hand towards the sky. Just because it's my birthday, I'm doing this because it's my least favorite pose. So really branching out here. It just makes me feel like a twisted pretzel, but that's a good thing. Reach your right hand up and then go back. Twist even deeper. One more breath all together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist even deeper. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Breathe in, rise up. Open up, warrior two. Peel your hips open. Set up your base here. Ground down. triangle. Come forward and down to the outside of your left leg that's straightened now. Keep your torso in line with your hips. So notice if your chest is kind of bowing out as you go back. Tighten your core. Pull the pit of your belly in and up and go back. Expand to your fullest expression. 2 more breaths. Last one together. Inhale, reach up. Spark your fingers. Exhale, go back even deeper. Twist it out. Warrior 2. Sink deep in your lunge. Side facing forward fold. All 10 toes face the other wall. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a bind. Reach up through the crown of your head and fold forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Big breath in. Expand your lungs. Fold forward. 2 more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath, expand. Exhale, release. Release your hands. Place your hands on your hips and rise all the way to standing. Set up for pyramid. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Reach your hands up and then fold forward. Reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Root your feet into the earth. Halfway lift. Fold. Halfway lift, big breath in. Fold forward. Last time. Fill your lungs. Lift up. Revolved pyramid. Right hand into the earth, left hand towards the sky. Pull the pit of your belly in and up and twist from your core. Top shoulder goes back. Last breath. Chaturanga. Release. Come into up dog and downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Come into high plank and low plank. Come all the way down to a hover. High plank to low plank. High plank, lift up. Low plank, squeeze in. Release onto your mat. Rest on your favorite cheek. And soak in this moment of stillness. Reset your breath, reset your mind. Switch cheeks. 3 more breaths. Bring your hands on either sides of your hips and feel the earth beneath you. Like press your palms down and feel the earth and then lift everything up off the ground. Like just launch up. Lift your heels towards the sky. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, release onto your mat. Take your knees side to side. And come right back into locust. Lift up everything off of the earth but your hip bones. Squeeze in. Then lift 6 inches higher. Release onto your mat. Knees go side to side. Very last one. 3rd time's a charm. Lift up. Squeeze in everything towards your spine. Then lift up even higher. Big breath in. Release onto your mat. Knees go side to side. Come into upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Press back. And make your way onto your back. Set up for bridge pose. And lift up as soon as you're there. No time to waste. Drive your hips up towards the sky. Squeeze your outer shins in. Lift up even higher. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hips onto the earth. Take your knees side to side. And come right back in. Bridge. Lift up. Squeeze in. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Release onto the earth. Wheel. Bring your hands on either sides of your ears and lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Come into a back bend. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Reach your belly button towards the sky. Breathe in. Chin comes to chest, come down. Come right back into wheel. We'll do 2 more. Lift your hips up towards the sky. From your skin to your muscle to your bones, hug in. Lift up higher. Breathe in. Chin to chest, come down. Knees go side to side. 1 less back bend, or 1 more back bend, I should say. Come into wheel. Come all the way up. If you haven't gone into wheel yet, just push yourself. You've got this. If it's in your practice, go now. Expand to your greatest expression. Last breath. Lift up. Chin to chest, come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet come together and your knees fall out wide. Place 1 hand on your heart and 1 on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Two more breaths. Let's take our last breath all together. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Lift your hands and your legs up towards the sky. So flex your toes towards your face, stack them over your hips. Lift your hands too, stack your hands over your shoulders. And tighten your core. So engage your core and then lower your hands and feet in opposite directions, 30 degrees. Yeah, Suzanne, that was way more than 30. And then come down to 30 more degrees, opposite directions. Come all the way to a hover. Lift up 30 degrees. 30 more degrees. All the way back up 90 degrees. We'll go down 1 more time. Opposite directions, lower 30 degrees. Squeeze in your core, lower 30 more degrees. Lower all the way to a hover. Place your hands behind your head. With your feet still at a hover, chin to chest, crunch up for 10, 9, 8, keep breathing and switching, pulse up, 4, 3, 2, 1, leave your hands there, draw your right knee in for some bicycle twist. Right elbow or left elbow to right knee and then switch it out. And don't let your knees pass your hips, lift your elbow up to reach your knee for 15, 14. You've got this. Keep breathing. Beautiful, Chelsea. Keep going. You've got it. You're doing great. Mickey, Suzanne, come on. 8, 7. I can't see you, Lynn, but I'm sure you're doing awesome. Few more. All breathe in and breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hands over your head. Stretch it out. I was thinking I should have done 25 of those for my 25th birthday, but we did 10 pull-ups with your feet hovered and then 15 bicycle twists. So we'll just add it up and call it 25. Rock and roll on your mat. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. However you get there, whether you vinyasa through or pop right up. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Open your hip, three-legged down dog, like open up, feel your side body stretch. Half pigeon, swing your foot all the way through. And align your right hip and your right knee. That's the most important part. Flex your right toes. And then walk your hands forward. Press into the top of your left foot. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. Reach forward off of your forearms. On your inhale, walk your hands forward even more. Breathe in. Expand. Exhale, draw your left hip towards the ground. Come into full surrender. Three more breaths. Last breaths together. Fill your lungs all the way. Exhale, sigh all the way out. Downward facing dog. Take whatever movement feels right for your body. Walk your hips out. Press back in your down dog. Lift your left leg towards the sky and open your hip. Peel your whole side body open and expand. And set up for half pigeon. Left knee swings forward towards your left hand. Glance down, check out your hip and your knee, that they're aligned. Flex your toes. And come right back into your half pigeon. Walk your hands forward. Reach the crown of your head forward. We'll be here for 5 breaths. To celebrate my birthday with my family last night, we went to this huge sunflower field, and it was super beautiful. I was with a lot of different family members, so we were taking pictures and picking out sunflowers that we could take home, and it was really busy. And this morning when I woke up, I realized there wasn't one moment where I just stopped and enjoyed the beauty of the sunflower field. And I wondered why I was so distracted by photos and things that didn't matter. I invite you in this moment to take that one pause that you need for the day. Stop and soak in the beauty of this pose, of your breath. Don't move past this moment without that. Take one last breath. Walk your hands forward. Fill your lungs. Exhale, release. Stay for the exhale. Downward facing dog. Walk your hips out. Press back. Take a big breath in. Exhale all the way out. Come onto your seat with your legs out in front of you. Reach your hands up towards the sky, flex your toes towards your face, and fold forward, like ragdoll sitting down. Release your lower back, bend your knees. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, big breath in. Fill your lungs. Reach the crown of your head forward, fold. Set up for an inversion of your choice. We can do waterfall or shoulder stand, traditional headstand. You choose, yogi's choice. Wherever you're going, get your feet in the air. This pose is challenging because for most of you, all I can see is like the tops of your legs. So I don't know if you're in shoulder stand or waterfall. So if you are in shoulder stand, go back to plow. There we go. Now I can tell who's there. Take your toes back to the floor behind you. Then come into deaf man's pose. Knees, plug your ear holes. Flex your toes towards your face. Everyone, keep your core engaged. Karnapadasana, come into plow. Plow to deaf man's pose. And back up into shoulder stand. Everybody take a breath together, all the way in, all the way out. Release the block underneath of you. And let's set up for a supine twist. So draw your right knee in towards your chest, extend your left leg, and let your right knee fall over to the left side. Open your arms. Set your gaze at your right hand. One more breath, all the way in, all the way out, release. Come back to midline and switch legs. Draw on your left knee towards your chest, extend your right knee, and let your left knee fall to the right side. Open up here. Press your shoulder blade in towards the ground. Extend. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Last one. All the way in. Sigh all the way out. Come back to midline. And draw both knees in towards your chest. Squeeze in all the energy that you have left. With your toes, squinch them, squinch your eyes and your jaw and your fists. Just squeeze everything in. One more breath, squeeze in even tighter. And release onto your mat. Savasana, final rest. Bring your breath back to normal. Take about 10 breaths here. Bring movement back into your fingers and your toes. Make your way onto your right side for fetal posture. Allow a fresh wave of gratitude to fill your body for all the opportunities and blessings you have today to experience so much beauty. Choose to see the beauty around you. Make your way up to seated, legs crossed in front of you. Place your hands at heart center. And we'll finish this class just as we began with one Om together. Breathe all the way in. Bring your thumbs to forehead center. We bow together. Namaste. I acknowledge you guys. Totally did it at 6 a.m. This is the 6 a.m. crew right here. I never knew I'd be accepted into the 6 a.m. crew. So I feel honored to have spent this time with you. I think my favorite thing about 6 a.m. classes is when you start, the sun is down, and by the time you're done, the sun's up. I don't know why I love that, but I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I love spending a few moments with you. Good to see you on your mat, and I can't wait to see you again soon. So keep up with our social media to see any announcements as far as craziness going on. So we'll keep you updated. Love you guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day.